Most of us have had teachers that have positively and negatively impacted our lives through our time being students. But have you ever thought about how teachers impact the future, how time-consuming teaching is, and how diverse teaching is? Teachers have an impact on the future. The amount of time doing their jobs and the type of teaching styles used are big parts of how effective the teacher's impact on the future can be. The first way teachers impact the future is through the economy. In Valuing How Much a Good Teacher is Worth, written by Eric Hanushek, published by Education Next in 2011, Hanushek says, "The more educated children are, the more likely they are to get a better job, which will benefit the economy. An increased level of achievement in high school by 10 to 15%, which means an average increase for a student between $110,000 to $230,000 in a lifetime." This quote supports the fact that if students are getting high quality education and they are getting motivated through school, they're more likely to go on to college. And going on to college gives you a higher paying job. And the more people that have these higher paying jobs, the better off the economy will be as a whole. Next, we're going to talk about how teachers impact their students' futures. In Valuing How Much a Good Teacher is Worth, Hanushek says, "Research shows that a teacher that performs better than average can raise students' learning level from 2/10 to 3/10 standard deviation. Without good teachers, students barely grow 1/10. If students don't grow through school, they are less likely to go on to college and therefore not receive a higher paying job. If we have bad teachers, we are less likely to go on to college. And if we don't go to college, we are less likely to get a job that we dream to have and a job that is higher paying. And when people don't get these jobs and they're stuck doing a job they don't like just to get money and they feel like they're underpaid in that job, people become unhappy with their lives. And if we can push more students to go on to college, they will be more happier in their future careers. While teachers impact the future, the amount of time they spend teaching and doing their job correctly depends how they impact the future. Teachers spend about 7 to 8 hours with their students a day. As we know, most schools are 6 to 7 hours a day. The teachers, however, have to be there usually an hour to 30 minutes before and an hour to 30 minutes after school. They spend the time outside of instruction time to watch over students and make sure they're behaving, and to make sure that they are helping students who need extra help. When teachers spend time without their students, it's usually groundwork and outside planning. In Teachers Work Nearly 11-Hour Days, published by Scholastic in 2020, the article states 95 minutes is spent with parent-teacher conferences and working with colleagues. Then another 95 minutes is spent on planning or home grading. So as you can see, teachers don't only spend their time in the classroom, they also have to take it outside of class and into after-school hours to make sure they get their whole job completed in a good manner. Finally, we're going to talk about how teaching styles can help teachers positively impact the future. According to An Educator's Guide to Teaching, written by Joseph Lantham, published by University of San Diego in 2020, the student-centered approach uses the teacher as a coach to assist students with learning. The student-centered approach includes inquisitive questions, which allows the students to work independently while being able to ask for help. This means that students can learn how to independently think for themselves and create their own ideas and learn how to problem solve by themselves. But if they're struggling, they can ask the teacher for help to step in the right direction. Another thing we're going to talk about is cooperative-centered approach. According to An Educator's Guide the teaching cooperative center approach is based on group work and social growth. So a lot of times, teachers will put the students in groups and give them an assignment, and this helps them learn how to work together and how to make progress together and how to talk to each other, how to socialize, how to get along with each other. As we've seen, all teachers have an impact on the future, and how much time they spend teaching and the learning styles they use can definitely affect a teacher's impact. At the end of the day, it's the teacher's choice on whether they have a positive or negative impact on the future by how much time and effort they put into their teaching.